Are they the villains of the NBA or misunderstood stars in the making? In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into two of the league's most controversial players, Dillon Brooks and Ja Morant. These Memphis Grizzlies teammates have earned themselves a reputation for being the NBA's most hated duo. But is it really deserved? We'll explore their on-court antics and the off-court drama that has propelled them into the spotlight. It's time to find out what makes them tick and whether they're really deserving of all the hate. So, buckle up and get ready for an inside look into why Dillon Brooks and Ja Morant are two of the most hated players in the NBA. But before we continue, we would like you guys to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell icon so you do not miss out on any amazing and entertaining content. Now, we all know the NBA is no stranger to passionate debates and rivalries, but there are two players who seem to take the cake when it comes to dividing fans like never before, and they're none other than Dillon Brooks and Ja Morant. These guys know how to make headlines, spark controversies, and get everyone talking. Love them or hate them, you can't ignore their impact on the game. So, what's the deal with Dillon Brooks? This fiery player has a reputation for being a relentless scorer and a tenacious defender. He's not afraid to mix it up on the court and often finds himself in the middle of heated confrontations. But it all started last season, when Brooks made headlines for a hard foul on Gary Payton II during their playoff series against the Warriors. Little did we know, this was just the beginning of a series of events that would catapult Brooks from a regular NBA player to the most despised figure in the league. Fast forward to January 2023, and the Grizzlies, along with Brooks, found themselves in the enemy spotlight during a game against the Lakers. It was during this intense matchup that things took an unexpected turn. Brooks engaged in a heated exchange with none other than Shannon Sharpe, the well-known NFL Hall of Famer. This incident sparked conversations and laid the foundation for Brooks's transformation into the league's bad guy. But it was in early February that the hatred towards Brooks truly surfaced. During a game against the Jazz, he got into a heated altercation with Donovan Mitchell, resulting in both players being ejected. It was here that we witnessed the true colors of Brooks, as he built a reputation for being aggressive and, some fans believed, dirty. However, it wasn't until the events started piling up that the hatred for Brooks reached its peak. He shoved a cameraman during a game against the Heat, showing a blatant disregard for others. Furthermore, when fined for his actions, he nonchalantly dismissed it, claiming that the money was just paper. Fans found this level of indifference inconsiderate, fueling their dislike for his character. Coupled with the belief that his on-court performance didn't justify his somewhat arrogant behavior, fans grew more and more critical of Brooks. Throughout the season, Brooks racked up a staggering 18 technical fouls, the most in the NBA, resulting in fines totaling over $250,000. As the seasons went on, the hatred towards Dillon Brooks grew more intense, and fans grew weary of constantly seeing him in the media spotlight. It seemed like people were just waiting for him to fail, and their desire for the Grizzlies to falter became intertwined with their dislike for Brooks. However, the story doesn't end there. During the playoff series against the Lakers, Brooks decided to take on none other than the legendary LeBron James himself. He boldly claimed that LeBron was past his prime, too old to beat him one-on-one. This audacious statement set the stage for an epic clash. But as the game unfolded, it became painfully clear that Brooks couldn't back up his words. The media and fans were quick to seize the opportunity to criticize him, pointing out his lack of substance behind all the trash talk. It seemed like Brooks had become a magnet for media backlash and fan scrutiny. And then, in the very next game, Brooks, in a moment of frustration or perhaps misplaced aggression, ended up hitting LeBron James in a sensitive area. The repercussions were immediate and severe. He was ejected from the game, and the blame game began. Brooks, however, deflected responsibility and pointed fingers at the media's perception of him as the reason for his ejection. In the grand scheme of things, this incident was perhaps the biggest misstep for Brooks. After all the altercations, controversial comments, and events he had been involved in, this moment of striking LeBron James was a culmination of his controversial journey. It only added fuel to the fire of criticism and solidified his status as one of the most polarizing and disliked players in the league. But now, let's turn our attention to his teammate and point guard, Ja Morant. Ja Morant burst onto the scene with his jaw-dropping athleticism and incredible court vision. He's known for his highlight reel dunks and spectacular passes, which have earned him a massive following. However, not everyone is a fan of him. It's no secret that his behavior both on and off the court has raised eyebrows and contributed to a negative perception of him. And he has been making quite the headlines lately, but unfortunately, not for the best reasons. One incident that shook the basketball world was when Morant was hit with an 8-game suspension by the NBA. The reason? Conduct detrimental to the league. What did he do? Well, he decided to go live on Instagram from a strip club, and to everyone's shock, he proudly displayed a gun he was holding. That's not the kind of image you want to project as a professional athlete, and the league wasted no time in reprimanding him. But it doesn't end there. There have been other allegations swirling around Morant suggesting a pattern of violence and aggression off the court. These allegations have certainly tarnished his reputation and raised concerns among fans and critics alike. Recently, Ja Morant once again found himself in the midst of a major controversy that has everyone buzzing. Morant decided to fire up his Instagram live once more, but this time, he once again flashed an object that appeared to be a gun. In the video, we catch a glimpse of Ja Morant seated in the front passenger seat. The camera focuses on him, and it's hard to miss the sight of Morant holding a gun in his left hand, pointed upward near his head. In this age of social media and constant scrutiny, every action captured on camera can have significant repercussions. And when you're a public figure like Ja Morant, such moments become even more crucial. You'd think he'd learn from his mistakes, right? Well, it seems history has a way of repeating itself, and the NBA is not taking this lightly. The Memphis Grizzlies wasted no time and swiftly released a statement announcing Ja's suspension from all team activities while the league reviews the new video. The NBA is leaving no stone unturned as they dig deeper into the situation. And now, with this latest controversy surrounding Morant, it raises a whole bunch of questions. It's not just about his actions, it's about the team's reputation and his conduct off the court. Rumor has it that he's even facing a lawsuit from a high school kid, alleging that Morant and his buddy, who coincidentally was with him during the gun incident, got into a fight and punched the kid in the head. The kid claims that Morant even went into his house and came out with a gun. I mean, what on earth is going on here? Naturally, fans and people alike have started questioning Ja's maturity. They're saying he's trying too hard to portray himself as some sort of gangster. But when you've got millions of dollars in the bank and millions of people looking up to you, shouldn't you know better? The Grizzlies can't help but express their disappointment. But at this point, there's not much they can do. They just have to hope that their franchise player finally wisens up, stops being an idiot, and earns back the respect of fans and critics alike. It's a tough road ahead for Morant, and only time will tell if he can turn things around. As we reach the end of this video, it's evident that both Dillon Brooks and Ja Morant have become incredibly polarizing figures in the NBA. Whether you're a fan or not, these players are leaving their mark on the league, and their stories will undoubtedly continue to unfold in the seasons to come. And that's a wrap for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss an update on all things NBA.